State of Texas versus Waverly Whitlock. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Sidman.
Defense.
Patrick Thomas.
And are you Miss Whitlock? Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor, and yes, I do.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Whitlock, did you review application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm sorry, Ms. Whitlock, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Waiving count one, proceeding on count two, Your Honor.
Any objection?
We have no objections.
Did you review the court admonishments document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand in count two, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? You're going to need to keep your voice up. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Whitlock, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. There's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution to Zachary Tompkins, Tompkins, Watson, Watson, and 729266. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing it, you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 100 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State, any evidence?
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
We have no objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. We just hope that you follow the agreement.
All right. How old are you?
29.
All right. Do you have any support system in Bexar County? Any
Yes.
family?
Family?
Yes. Who's your support system?
My ex's family
All right. Where is your family?
in Arizona.
All right. What brought you to San Antonio?
Planning to get married, but that didn't happen.
All right. It's always rough to be following somebody across country, whether you're female or male, because whenever you get to your location, you don't have your family support around you. Is there any reason why you don't want to go back to Arizona?
No, not anymore.
All right. So have you been in contact with your family at all? When's the last time you had contact with them?
Over a year ago.
All right. Why did you break off all contact with them?
A lot of reasons.
All right. Is it have to do with the relationship?
Mhm.
All right. And is that the relationship with Mark Morales? All right.
And others.
Hmm.
And others and my mom.
I will say, Your Honor, her mother has contacted me while she's in jail. We have her contact number and she plans on reconnecting with her.
There you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
So are you planning it's probably unless there is some type of emotional or physical or some other type of abuse or something that's happening with her mom. It's usually when you're on probation, sure, you can make it on your own. You're close to 30. You can make it on your own. You can do it on your own. But sometimes you need family support. And sometimes when you go back home, people may end up telling you, we told you, but then sometimes you just have to suck it up because at the end of the day, hopefully moms love their daughters, right? And people won't be bringing it up at every turn. I guarantee you a majority of the people have been in horrible relationships, but they thought that person was the love of their life. And it turns out they're not the love of their life, but they threw away everything to move across country. And sometimes it's hard to swallow your pride because you so want it to work. And then you had all these people telling you it's not going to work, don't go. And then you don't want to go back home because maybe you don't want people to be putting in your face, I told you it would never work, you know? And sometimes people would do that. It's wrong for him to do that. But sometimes to be at a better point in your life, in a better place in your life, you just have to suck it up that some people in the family are going to be saying, we told you so. And guess what? People can say, we told you so, but you know what you can tell them? You told me so, and I got out of it. I'm not out of it anymore. So I'm moving on. So do you want to stay in Bexar County or do you want to go back to Arizona?
Let me go back to Arizona to see my family.
All right. So I can order that this be transferred to Arizona, but what county are we talking about?
In Arizona?
Yes. Or do you know the city name?
Tucson?
Tucson, Arizona. All right. We'll figure out what county Tucson, Arizona is. I think if you give probation your parents' address or where you will be staying, they'll be able to figure out what county it's in. There's some beautiful parts to Arizona. I had a chance to go to, I guess it's Monument Valley. And I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. One of my friends in law school was actually is still from there and still lives there. All right. So it's going to be 2 years deferred adjudication. We'll do a transfer, Pima, P-I-N. All right, so to be transferred to Pima County, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Do you have any children? All right, that's a good thing. See, if you would have had children with him, you would have been tied to him forever, but at least most definitely for 18 years. There's going to be regular random UAs, no contact with Mark Morales or any of his relatives. I'm going to want 120 sober meetings in 120 days. How far did you go in school?
I got my associates
All right. And what?
in vet medicine.
All right. What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I want to go back to school to learn coding.
Okay. All right. There's going to be 120 hours of community service restitution. If you obtain your certificate in the culinary arts, I will find that the community service hours are deemed satisfied. We can do a TAP evaluation that can be out of custody, proof of employment within 45 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. If they do field visits there, if we can have field visits one time per month for 4 months, and then at probation's discretion. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Judge, did you want her to start the transfer process immediately?
Yes.
Or kind of just get her affairs in order first?
Oh, we should probably start it immediately. She needs a situation where she can cut all ties with Mr. Mark Morales.
And Your Honor, we just asked that this probation run concurrent with the county court today. According to me, in a few minutes.
All right, and concurrent with what's county court 8 cause number?
It's county court 4.
Oh, county court 4.
The cause number is 729-266.
All right, this will run concurrent with 729-266. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes,
All right, it's this document.
yes,
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, you're going to be going to Arizona. If for any reason there's an issue with your probation in Arizona, you can always contact the probation officer here or call the court and we'll see what the issue is. And here's just a side piece of advice for you. Yes, people fall in love. Yes, the relationships will work out. They'll be beautiful. Yes, people will go off and, pick up their life and start a new life over with somebody. But that's very rare that works out. So whenever you picking up your life to move with somebody else, you still need a nest egg. You need a nest egg with money of your own. So if things are not going the way you thought they would go, or if they're mistreating you, you won't be stuck in that relationship because you can't afford to leave. And at the end of the day, parents are supposed to love their children. And guess what? If you made a wrong judgment call and they told you not to get in this relationship and you did it anyway, I guarantee you, if your mom loves you and you pick up the phone and you call her and say, I made a mistake, I never should have came here, I'm sure your mom will get a bus ticket, airfare, or whatever to get you back to Arizona. And that's what you need to concentrate on, okay? And don't get in another relationship until you are positive about who you are and what you want in life and what your hard principles are. You understand? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, guys, we are done for today.